Off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what?
What it do, Southside Gang? It's your boy LT back with a whole nother vibe. And today, bro, we got NBA legends and players reacting to LeBron James, claiming he's the GOAT. Now, I don't ever want to hear this in the same sentence, LeBron James and the GOAT. It don't make no sense. We got other players who are far greater and far more important than he is to the game. I do think LeBron James has had some great years, but I don't think it's enough to make that claim that he's the GOAT. His best year by far, is the year that he lost to the Warriors in the finals when he was by himself, when Kyrie left him, and he took that team. He carried that team all the way to the playoffs. That is his biggest claim to the throne. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear it, but you can't fight the truth. You know, without D-Wade, he wouldn't get his first two. Without Kyrie, he wouldn't get the third. Without Anthony Davis, he wouldn't have the fourth. That's just how I feel about it. But, man, I know other people would feel differently about it. I mean, it is what it is, man. But I don't like the claim to GOAT, bro. You can't claim you the GOAT. I don't like it. It's like you just going to jump past Kobe Bryant and act like Michael Jordan don't exist. You're going to walk past Larry Bird and all these people that, you know, did other stuff. And somebody once told me one day, the greatest don't claim to be the greatest. Simple as that. The greatest don't claim to be the greatest. They already know they are. They don't say, oh, I'm the GOAT. You don't hear Michael Jordan walking around, I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. Nah. If you say it, it's like taking the whole theoretical thing from it, man. But let's go ahead and get into this video before it get too long, bro. Man, if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more basketball and other content like this, because it will consistently be dropping just like this, bro. But, man, I know this is going to be some nonsense, bro. Y'all know me. I'm going to critique it the whole way through. Hey, but let's go ahead and get into it.
YG, aka Ngala. And remember when LeBron James called himself the GOAT after coming back down 3-1 against the 73-9 Warriors? That shook the whole NBA world, especially Jordan fans. And I can see why they're mad, because LeBron James made a bold statement. But I can also understand why LeBron said that, because think about this. If you came back down from 3-1 against the team that has the best record in NBA history, you'll be feeling the same way. But
we've had other teams do that as well, bro. We've had other teams who came back from 3-1 win streaks and demolished. What about teams that don't have the star power and still get they self ran through? You get what I'm saying? We got to look at stuff like that. You got the Dallas Mavericks when they played against the Heat, unmatched. The Spurs against the Heat, unmatched. These are 2 years that you don't think about when we talk about it. Those teams shouldn't have won the championship. LeBron James had the better team by far, but he lost, and we're gonna hold it to him, and I'm always gonna hold it to him. So the claim the GOAT, you're gonna have to pull it up off me. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree that he should just kept that to himself, because that's for the people to decide. But at the same time, I love that he said that, because you're not going to see an NBA legend step out to the public and say he's the greatest player of all time.
Because legends don't
listen to NBA.
Because legends don't do that. Legends don't have to speak it, bro. I done paused this like 5 seconds in, bro.
I'm
tired of it already.
Himself the GOAT. But before we get straight into that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the culture, so you won't be missing any of my videos. And let's get to the vid, man.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For so many reasons.
I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought.
His boy, look at his boy over here. His boy, like, bro, you nonsense, man. You nonsense.
Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years. Everything in sports going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
People always debate it. Who's the greatest player of all time? Dumb question. It should be, who's the greatest team of all time? You know, there are so many teams to choose from. The 91 Chicago Bulls, sorry, Showtime. The 92 Bulls, back-to-back. The 93 Bulls, first three-peat. The 97 Bulls, even with the flu. 98 Bulls, no push-off. And my favorite, '96 Chicago Bulls. 72 wins. Tough to beat that. What? You think there's someone else? Proof. You think there's someone else?
Ain't nobody else.
His career's not over. I'd just like to, why he's saying that, I don't know. Maybe he thinks that sells. Maybe he's taking the Donald Trump approach and trying to sell himself. I don't know, but time will tell. I think history. I don't even know if anybody knows who the greatest of all time is because the years are so different.
Wow.
Follow that, Scottie Pippen.
Come on.
That's a tough one to follow. I mean, that's Danny Ainge's opinion,
Right.
and we all have our opinion. But my problem is more so with LeBron. If you are the greatest player, if people are saying you are the greatest player, or if people are saying Michael Jordan is the greatest player, why do you need to say it?
Right.
Michael Jordan.
Oh my God, that hit so deep. GOATs don't have to claim they the GOATs. GOATs don't have to speak. The people speak for them. Why do you think there's such a huge fan behind Michael Jordan? Why do you think there's such a huge fan behind all these fan bases? It's because the simple fact is he don't have to say it. We know it. We saw it. We watch it. We relive it constantly, time over and time over again, bro. So it don't matter. LeBron James, you hurt your legacy by saying it more than you helped it. And I know you thinking, oh, well, that makes me the GOAT. Honestly, you want me to be real with you? And this is to all of my fans and everybody who watch me. I think Stephen Curry has more of a claim to be the GOAT than LeBron James does. And that's just me. And I know somebody will be like, he trolling. No, I'm dead facts, bro. Dead facts. Look at Stephen Curry and what he's doing for the game. He made the game where you got to pick somebody up at half court. I don't know LeBron James. LeBron James is easy to guard to me. It ain't. The only way LeBron James ever beats me is if his team beats me. LeBron James couldn't beat me. Not if I had the basketball gift like him, he could never beat me. If I was tall, and that's just me believing it. I don't think LeBron James could beat me. Stephen Curry, he might give me the work. I think I could hang with him. I don't think I would win. Michael Jordan, I ain't even gonna talk about that man. That man put me on a poster so bad. Yeah, LeBron James could never beat me. I know this. So I know it's a lot of players. Because of the people you lost to, I know you can't beat me. And that's just facts. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm holding on too
has
long.
never, ever said he's the greatest player to ever play the game. Why? He's respected all the other players before him.
Mm-hmm.
So for LeBron to say that, he's sort of pulling himself out of it because you can't say you're the greatest player. You have to allow your peers in the world to say that.
So the context of when he said it, just because, if we're having this discussion, he was sitting around with his friends, and he was saying that when he won that 2016 title, he said his first thought was Cleveland, wow, we've done this first time in 52 years. And he said, my second thought as I was, running around the court being crazy was, wow, I did it. This is what makes me the greatest player of all time. You can disagree with him, I get it, and you can disagree with him saying that. And by the way, that conversation was for a documentary that was supposed to appear on ESPN+, so he knew cameras were rolling. It's not like they caught him in a moment.
Well,
I think
it's pretty great that a guy won 3 titles, left for 2 years, came back and won 3 more. That is considered greatness to me.
Yeah.
Winning ultimately decides who the greatest players are in the game.
Well, as it turns out, back in 2009, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, was asked by our pal Michael Wilbon about his place on the all-time list of NBA greatness. And here is what MJ had to say.
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. What everybody's saying I am, I never had the chance to compete against other legends that was prior to me. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows, I never had the chance of, once again, to play against those guys.
I need one word answer, Chauncey. Greatest
Michael.
of all time. Greatest of all time, Jalen?
Airness.
Greatest of all time?
Unanimous.
Okay, thank you very much. That being said, Jalen, I want to start with you.
Okay.
How do you feel about LeBron saying that about himself?
First and foremost, to me, LeBron officially passed Larry Bird and got into the top 5 when he won his final championship.
Fuck out of here, bro. Don't disrespect. I'm sorry. I love you, dog. Don't disrespect Larry Bird like that. That boy is nowhere near top 5. That boy is nowhere near top 5. Dr. J, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, freaking. I'll put Patrick Ewing before I will pick Patrick Ewing before I pick LeBron. That's just fact.
His only championship in Cleveland. In my mind, he still has a way to go clearly to pass Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, 11 championships, 13 years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The captain.
And my heart just won't let him pass Magic just yet. I got to see a little bit more.
And what about Kobe?
That's where I'm going on this topic. I appreciate how he's bringing this up. Some millennials that only saw him play and continue to say he's the guy. But guys that's been around the game and young ladies, we've seen something else that's really special as well.
I agree with everything you're saying, Jay. I love it. I love that he stepped out there. I love that he stepped out there and said that. I don't remember any other player ever coming out and saying, I'm the greatest of all time. I've never seen that before. I love that he's done that. He's on the Mount Rushmore, in my opinion, but I can't put him at the top. There's no way I can put him at the top. And at the end of the day, and he talked about this, that win, beating that team, made him the greatest of all time. Maybe if he would have hit that shot that Kyrie hit,
I mean, that is a part of the narrative.
I could see him maybe saying that, but I can't go there. I'm sorry.
You know what? We should turn to our
that's
resident
facts. I would give him that.
self-promoter.
No, I don't know if you can self-proclaim this, because when you think of all the great players, like Jalen said, Kareem, Magic, none of them has never come out and said, I'm the GOAT. You know, that's something up to like the fans, the writers, and former players. You know, so when they come out with these ESPN rankings and all these other rankings, you know, let that be the judge, I think. You know, but the self-proclaiming, he's definitely up there. He's definitely top 5 in my book. But I think when you look at the accolades, the championships, I mean, Jordan, Magic, Kareem, they're all
these ads,
there.
bro, they be killing me, man.
I've never heard one of the greatest say they were the greatest of all time. That was very interesting to me. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Oof, man. You know what? It's one thing. We all sit at this table all the time and sing his praises.
Yeah.
I think LeBron is a great player.
Yeah.
I just think that's disrespectful, honestly, to Bill Russell. What did Bill Russell do? Won every time. He said, all right, fellas, you want to win? Come with me. We'll go on the floor. That's what this game's all about. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
I mean, you
know, and he was
Michael
great on time, all levels, though, Kareem. The best in high school, the best in college, and the best in the pros
That's
at one
what I'm saying. You know, Michael. I mean, there's just so many. Two of my good, Larry and Magic. I mean, just led teams and turned the league around. You don't need to say that about yourself. Let other people say that for you. I mean, I was kind of surprised because I had read about it, but that's the first time I had actually heard him say it. Made me the GOAT. I'm like, damn.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you know, and I love the kid. I think he's a great player. I think he's been great for the game. But let other people say that for you. To me, it's just disrespectful for a lot of people that came before you that were great players. And you said it to begin with, Chris. You can't compare eras and all that stuff. All these guys have been so great in their era. I just didn't like. I didn't like the way that sounded to me. Just didn't like it.
You know, and everybody knows I love LeBron, but I'm gonna call timeout on this one, because and I'll speak definitely to LeBron, or I'll say it to his face. But you never. There's a certain thing about greatness that demands that you have humility with greatness. Now, I've never heard, even though we argue about Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being the greatest of all time, LeBron James being the greatest of all time, we have those arguments in debate. I have never heard Michael Jordan say he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. Even though he may think that, even though Kareem may think that, right? You just don't come out and say that. Now, in this era, you know, maybe it's okay for people to come out and say that. All I know, if I was in the league right now, and you talking about you the greatest of all time, dude, I'm getting ready to do you. I'm coming at you. Like,
every night, bro, I'm taking it offense. As Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker included, Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, players like this, I'm coming at you full head of steam, bro. I will never let you get another ring. I will do like, if you got the audacity to call yourself the GOAT and you won, what was that? I think that was his 4th ring. No, that was his 3rd ring. You won your 3rd ring? You won your 3rd ring, and you talking about you the greatest player of all time. Bro, I would have did LeBron so dirty. I don't even care if I would have got kicked out of the league. I'd have broke a leg or something, bro. You don't disrespect me like that, because that's what you're doing. Basically, what you're saying is you're going to walk through us all of my career. You're going to just walk through us. That's what it is. But that's just me, bro. I'm different. I'm cut different. But let me finish this.
You may be, but to say that is just totally disrespectful to me as one of your competitors, as one of your teammates, as someone in your generation right now. It's just, you don't come out and say that. So with greatness, there's a certain amount of humility that goes with that. Now, somebody will probably come back and say, well, Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest, but that was a single-man sport.
Yeah, individual sport.
That was an individual sport.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods can make the argument he's the greatest because it's single.
Yeah.
But when you saying, and by the way, Muhammad Ali was saying he the greatest because, you know, he was getting in the ring and he knocked you out.
Right.
You know? But, you know, to be able to take that stand and to take that position in this day and age in a team sport, you should have some humility that goes on.
Jalen Rose, we've been away on break for a little bit. I've been dying to hear what you think about this. LeBron James claiming that he is the greatest of all time because he brought Cleveland a championship over the Warriors. What do you think about LeBron saying this?
Hold on, before they get into that, I really want to say this. You bringing Cleveland a championship will always hold a special place in Cleveland fans' heart, and me included, because I know how much it meant for Cleveland to get a championship in something, you know, baseball, from baseball, football, basketball. I didn't win anything for 53, 55 years. It means a lot. You did something for your state, your city, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Look, but at the end of the day, this is how I think of it. You are the greatest player in Cleveland history. Everybody, if in my chat, I mean, not in my chat, in my comments, if you believe LeBron James is the greatest player in Cleveland history, and I'm really giving it to him. I know there's just some football players that were pretty decent, but the only reason why I'm giving it to him is because of that drought is the reason why. But if you can agree to a point that LeBron James is the greatest Cleveland basketball player to ever do it, put it in the comments. I'll show my respect there. I don't care. But you can't call yourself the greatest player of all time. You don't hear kids running down the courts screaming your name. It's only two names you ever hear screamed. Mike and Kobe. That's it. And I know and that's not really giving any homage to Dr. J and all of those guys, but what I'm just talking about from a kid standpoint. Ain't nobody like, oh, LeBron. No, Kobe. You're airing this, bro. Like, I remember going up like, oh, I'm gonna take off like I'm walking on air, bro. I remember being a kid saying that. So to me, I think you're the greatest player in Cleveland history, but do I think you're the greatest player of all time? No. That's me.
It's a phenomenal feat what the Cleveland Cavaliers were able to accomplish that season in beating a 73-win Golden State Warriors team. If that doesn't happen, probably changes the trajectory of what we see that has taken place over the last 2 years, because I don't think Kevin Durant joins that team. And so, however, your single greatest achievement doesn't make you the greatest basketball player of all time. Now,
he said it better than me. Jalen said it better than me. That's what I'm saying when he's the greatest Cleveland player of all time. It's the greatest achievement for Cleveland, but does it make you the greatest player of all time? Sorry.
What ends up happening is, and LeBron James is genius at doing this, he's creating a narrative of recency bias. It's almost like if you ask millennials right now, who's the greatest rap group of all time?
Migos.
You're gonna get a lot of people saying the Migos, because they haven't been necessarily exposed to Wu-Tang Clan, Outkast, NWA, Tribe Called Quest.
Ooh,
so LeBron James understands when he says this, it allows the fans to quietly leapfrog him over Tim Duncan and Kobe. I gave him credit for passing Larry Bird as the greatest small forward of all time when that feat happened, which was a tall task for me. But my Mount Rushmore is pretty much still intact. MJ, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6 championships, 6 MVPs, the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Bill Russell, 11 championships in 13 years. And Irvin Magic Johnson, 5 championships. That's my Mount Rushmore. To me, LeBron's individual achievements have not eclipsed what those gentlemen have accomplished.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me.
Facts, man. But man, look, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure y'all leave me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And the question for the day is, if you could put LeBron James on the Warriors or on another team and trade him with somebody else, do you think he would be capable of carrying that team to a championship? And I look at it like, if I put him on the Timberwolves, could he take them to the championship? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe he could take them to the championship. I don't think if you put him on the Pelicans, he could take them to the championship. I don't believe if you put him on the Rockets. I don't believe if you put him on, no, Miami actually got decent players around him. But you get what I'm saying? I don't believe if you put LeBron James on the team where he's the sole proprietor, he's even good. He's not. But that is what it is, man. But I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I got work in like an hour, bro. I ain't got no sleep. We trying to run it up. But, bro, I'm going to go ahead and get up out here. Peace.